use to seal them. Mod Podge. I'd be very impressed. Girl, my ADHD won't let me. This helps my ADHD. Believe it or not, it does. Hi. I do frame them. Do you want to see the one that I did in the bedroom? The wolf one? That one's pretty. That one's framed. It's just meditation. You want to see it? Okay. Let me show you. Gorgeous. You would be interested in buying it? Sure. So that's what I did. I'm hungry. Let's make some pancakes, shall we? Ow. Thank you. That took me 6 months to do. 6 months that took me. Thank you. Thank you. I did a Spider-Man, but that got sold. And then I did the Northern Lights one. That one's pretty. Does sealing it make the diamonds less sparkly? No, it actually makes it more sparklier. It's like glossy. What do I want to eat? Is Aaron going with you today? Going with where? Make this. I didn't seal mine, just framed it. You don't have to. Thank you for the message. I got it. Remember, short and sweet. Yes. I got it. Do you ever see my messages on? No, I have not. No. Sorry, this one nail is making me crazy right now. It looks like a witch nail. I cannot do it. Why can I not? That is hard. I got that one. Okay. Damn, that is... There we go. There we go. Is that diamond art? It is. Yes, it is. Okay. So I sent you a message instead. Where? On which platform? There we go. That's better. Snapchat, Facebook, what? Diamond art. Yes, I want this top part be done. It's just taking a while. Why is this table so wobbly? I don't like that. I think the legs are coming off or something. What are you guys up to? Anything special coming up on the weekend? Or what are your plans for dinner? I think I want to make tacos. Morning. I think we gotta fix this filter thing. Because a lot of these comments are getting filtered. It keeps coming up. Do you have plans for the... Yeah, I'm gonna look at this because this is kind of... Do you have any plans for the weekend? I want to go to the beach. Hold on, I'm gonna look at my filters. Egg donor? Come on, guys. Who did that? Okay, now I fixed it. No, we should be fine. Okay, morning. I got this on Walmart. Believe it or not. Coco Chanel. Oh my God. All this time I thought I was being ignored. No, you definitely are not being ignored. It should be better. I'm hoping. So I was like, there's something going on. I get it. It was the filters. It definitely was. Yeah, no, it definitely was. Why is this my... Sorry, I gotta figure out my kitchen table. It's bothering me. TikTok has been very flying. Has it now? Okay, now we good? I'm so sorry. It's my table. It's pissing me off with it like doing what it's doing. It's broken, I think. Am I done with the ends? Yeah, that's better. What do you seal your art with? Mod Podge. You can get it at Walmart. Okay, we are gonna go into a deep dive. Ready? Here we go. Okay. Now we're going to work on 7. just got off with my therapist. Oh, how did it go? Did it go good? Amazing. I love her. That's awesome. That is fantastic. All right, oh man, okay. This gray looks awesome. Gabi, oh yeah, my food. That's right. Okay, thank you. All right, that's right. Okay. I'm so sorry. Oh, I am so sorry about that. Whoopsies. Tortellini with French, with Alfredo sauce. That's really good, actually. What are you guys up to? Tell me. Tell me the deets. Hi, from Target. Hey, Jenna. How are you? I gotta work soon, but talk to you later. You too, Skeletor. Have a good day at work. It's quiet in here. You're sad today. Why? Brush teeth. Are you a dentist? You got any plans this weekend? I want to go to the beach. I want to try and find like a shark tooth or something. But I hope it doesn't rain, because that would suck. Okay, so back to my storytelling, because I know a lot of people were interested. Where did I left off? Let's see. Does anyone remember? Where did I leave off of? Oh yeah, I know. Okay, so I left off at the part where I was at my sister Laura's house. Okay, so that didn't go well, and so Aaron was slowly starting to get back with me. He would come pick up Cameron, and he would take him with him back to his house to watch him while I worked. So that was nice. And then there was one day that my mom was over, and I just cried, and I said, "Mom, please help me. This is not working out. I don't like to live like this. It's not working with the boys." And she's like, "Okay, Gabby, how about you come and live with me?" What's a shark tooth? Look like a real one. If I find it, I'll let you know. But it's kind of cool. And so what happened was we got that all situated. And so I remember it was my mom, Aaron, and me in a circle in the basement of my sister's house. And I remember looking at Aaron saying, do you want to be with me and do you want to be a dad to Cam? And he said, of course. And I said, would you move down with me to Florida? And he said, of course. And I looked at him and I said, do you promise? And he said, yes, when I get my car fixed. And it was around COVID. So we just decided he would come down. My mom said that he could stay in the condo. So anyway, long story short, I get into I pack my bags and I go to the airport and here I come. And we get to Florida. I bring all of my work equipment with me to Florida. And long story short, I worked for a few months. My mom said my work from home job was not working out. She said I'll pay for the bills, but I expect you to pay for Cam. And I said, yes, absolutely. And so I got him into daycare, and I worked as a vet tech here in Florida. This is around Hurricane Ian. I lived with my mom for about a year. Cameron, and then Aaron decided to come down because Cameron was having ear infection, so he had surgeries for ear tubes, and so he came, and it was about a year he hasn't seen his I skipped a part. Anyway, so Aaron was always telling me that he was going to come down. He was going to come down, and it turns out that was a lie. He got with a girl in Illinois, and she had 3 kids, and my heart broke because I saw pictures of them, and it was very sad for me because I was the mom that it broke me seeing him with those kids, and that's not even his children. So it was hard. And then one day I was pulling into work, dropping off Cam at daycare, and Aaron's like, I'm sorry, I'm not coming down there. I'm with a girl. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that's great, okay. So anyway, so that's that. And then, oh my God, I was so broken that day, dude. I couldn't even work. It was bad. And then, what else happened? How long were you all together for your celebration? Wait, how long were 18? Wait. 18, 19, 20. 3 years we were together. And we separated in the year of 2020. And we got back together officially August 2021. When was Hurricane Ian? 2022? 2022. Because it was basically when Aaron came to visit with the ear tubes. He was still with the girl though, but he told his mom he was falling back in love with me. And his mom's like, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Follow your heart. So I told Aaron, I'm like, you gotta stop texting her. And like, we did it, and I don't know, he's like, I missed you. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you did. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you gotta change. You gotta be a better dad. You gotta actually want to be a dad. You have to be there for Cam. I said, you are his dad. I said, you did not have a dad growing up and your dad passed away. I said, your son needs you. And he's at that age where right now, if you do what you need to do as a dad, he won't have those memories or, hey, Dad, you left me or you left Mom. And then, we talked about it and he said he would step up. And I'm like, okay. So then Hurricane Ian, I was, I have videos and like the wind and stuff. If you guys want me to show that, it's pretty intense. But, I remember they went, I don't know, something with Mike and stuff that they came. My mom made pasta that. I don't remember all of that. But what I do remember is my mom, because the airports were down with Hurricane Ian. And so I remember I remember my mom had to drive us to Fort Lauderdale because the airport was 2 hours away from us, and that was the only one that was taking. It was the only flight that was working, and we had to stop in Atlanta or whatever. So anyway, so we got on there. It was the last goodbye. My heart broke. I was sobbing because my mom basically was the dad. You know, he loved Mimi. It was a very good attachment. We had a lot of good memories there. And I'm like, okay, Aaron, here I come to Chicago. I remember this day. Aaron picked me up at the airport. We went and got Portillo's. I don't think I put that in my book, but it's just coming back to me. But we did do that. We came, where did we go for? We went to Portillo's, ate there. Then we went to Anthony's to stay, but Anthony's place was not good. So then we moved to Danny's. We stayed there for about a month. That was not good. Not good. She kicked us out at 12 o'clock in the middle of the night. Mike, Aaron's friend, and Aaron we had 3 cars. We had 3 cars packed. And we went to Brian's, Aaron's best friend. And we stayed there for about a few months, I think. Let's see. Did not have a job because I stopped when Cam was in daycare. I got a job as a vet tech. So when I went back to Chicago, I had no job. It was good, but his brother said that there's a problem because Cameron's behavior was pretty intense, and so he worked 3rd shift. And Brian's brother said, "This is not going to work out because I need sleep, and your kid is screaming." And I remember that Aaron kind of re-proposed to me again. I don't know if I put that in my book. Sorry, there's just things like that I'm starting to remember. And he proposed to me, and he got down on his knees in that room. And he said, "I am sorry for not being there for you and Cam. I want to be better, and I love both of you. And this is and he just gave me another ring. And he was like, I'm never going to leave you ever again. I promise." I think I cried. And I think I said, it's either I cried or I think I said, "You fucking better not." And then that was it. And then we had to move. I was on phone calls with realtors and telling them the situation. And, I was emailing and calling DuPage County and homeless shelters and places where it came down to a time where there was one place. It was a facility for moms, single moms, but the dad could only visit so many times, and we were really struggling. We're like, where are we going to live? And so we had to bounce from hotels to hotels to hotels. Aaron was working, I was not. And we didn't really have a lot of support, and we got denied many, many times for places and apartments. And so there was this shelter that I'm like, Aaron, if it comes down to it, you can go back to Brian's, and I'm going to have to go to this shelter with Cam, and I'm going to have to, if I get approved. And, I don't know what happened. I don't think we got approved because, I don't remember. I really don't, but there is this facility. Anyway, so that didn't happen. And then we finally got an apartment, the apartment that we had in the beginning. No, not the beginning, I'm sorry. We got to the apartment that we found in Itasca. Yeah. Yes. Wait. Yes, it was the same apartment that we had back with me and Danny when Aaron left me. Remember I talked about that in Itasca when he was 6 months old and Aaron left me and he grabbed the TV? So it was that complex. But the building was getting sold. So they didn't run any background checks. They didn't do any credit checks and it was like private landlords and whatever. So he was like, here, it's yours. I don't need anything. So we got lucky. Thank you, Jesus. And then we got our first place. It was a home that I could give my son. It was a 1-bedroom. Why is this none of in your book? Memories. I don't know. It's just coming back to me. Remember I was on live asking? And Aaron didn't really remember a lot either, but now it's coming back to me slowly. And I did because I looked at all the pictures. So anyway, it is what it is at this point. I mean, I can't change it. But, okay, so what happened next? So we got there. I got a work from home job. It was a 1-bedroom, very tiny. And then I had mold. And then Cameron got sick. We got sick. Oh my God. And then this is when I started streaming. We were very sick, coughing, wheezing, hospital trips. We went to like probably 50 ERs. I'm not even kidding you. Doctors after doctors, ENT, surgical procedures, bronchoscopy, or whatever the fuck it is. And then doctors telling the landlord that they need to, locate us, that we even paid for the mold person to come in to inspect the mold, and they said that it was like all over the building, inside the hallways, in different apartments. It was spreading like wildfire. And I'm talking about black mold. There was some mold in that house, but wait, no, I'm going way too far. Hold on, back it up. So in that last apartment, we were just slowly trying to figure out what was causing. We were so sick. So I had to go to a neurologist. Okay, so we had to move out into a hotel. We were on breathing treatments, steroids, lots of issues. And we kind of got better when we got out of that environment. And then I was live streaming all of this. And then I contacted a lawyer from DuPage, and I said, I need your help. They're not listening to me. We're very sick. I have tons of evidence. I have tons of doctors' notes saying that we need to leave. We need to relocate. And they're not listening to us. They think it's a freaking joke. So he contacted the building where, whatever, that we were renting. And he said in an email, you need to get them in a different place. And so it worked. And the manager said, okay, we have another apartment in the same building, not same building, but like in the same complex, and that we can transfer you. And I said, okay, fine, whatever. And I was on live streaming at hotels. Ask my supporters, they might remember this. Because all my supporters were like, yeah, but you got to get out. You got to get out. Like, it was bad. And then we packed again, and we moved into the other apartment. And then we were fine for a few. Like a couple weeks. And then all of a sudden, migraines, wheezing, respiratory infection, sick. And I'm like, Aaron, and Aaron's like, don't fucking tell me, not again. And I said, I don't know, it's happening again. And it was just, and so then we went to like ERs and hospitals and again, steroids, breathing treatments. Oh my God, so it was horrible. Oh, it was horrible. Never again. No. And so I was getting all my evidence. I called the fire department. I was on live streaming. They were helping me. The fire department took pictures, code enforcement. I went all over. They just didn't give a shit. I'm like, that's cool. You don't really care about us people. Okay, sounds great. Thanks for your service. Anyway, then it gets to the part where we get evicted because we didn't pay rent. And don't do that, but we thought we had a good case because, like with anyway, that's not a good thing. We don't do that again. So that is when we got evicted. We had to move. I had a bearded dragon. I had a fish tank. We had to find homes for these animals. PetSmart wouldn't take it back because it was just to the point of, you remember? Yeah, I know. It was just, it's so much. It's so much. Oh my God. Can you, oh man, So much shit happened. I could go on for hours. Who remembers all of that? Oh, it wasn't that bad. Oh, man. Yeah, dude. Uh-huh. All those trips to the, oh my God. You guys were with it, with me. That's crazy shit, dude. If you're new to my live, it's a lot. It's a lot. Why am I laughing? Because I could talk of, it's crazy shit what I've been through. If you actually were with me. Looking back, what do you want me to do? Cry and scream? Sometimes laughing heals the soul. Because you just look back at everything that you've been through and you're like, how the fuck did I make it? I'm still standing. It's crazy. Crazy shit. And then, like, we had a bearded dragon. So Emily was going to take it, but then something happened with Emily and Anthony, and that wasn't working out. My sister said that she would take the dragon, but that never really worked out. So we had to leave by this day. And so we found another hotel. We got the hotel in place, and I was gonna sneak in all my animals to the hotel, but I was like, that's not gonna work out. So I asked the leasing office. I said, okay, can I please just leave them here until tomorrow until I can figure this out? And they said yes. And so wait, what? Okay, anyway. So then what happened was, what was I going to say? What was I going to say? Hang on. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So I told Aaron and Anthony, because we were packing that day. I was on live. Remember the magic guy? Who remembers the magic guy? Yeah, lots of fun times there. Okay. And I told Aaron and Anthony to clean up this mess. Make sure the bearded dragon is good, has food, has water, perfect. Fish, clean. We cleaned the tank. I was on live. Did we not do a fish tank clean live before we moved into the hotel? Who was there? So I made sure everything was done. I had Aaron take a picture of me so I could see. Because those are my babies. Anyway. So then, all I know, this leasing agent that works there found me on TikTok and found the haters and got onto their side. She walked into the apartment, took pictures. The one thing that I did do, and I probably shouldn't have done this, but I left poop on the back balcony because I was like, well, fuck you for, just my health and my son's health and not giving a fuck. I did do that. That was wrong of me. I was in a time of moment. So I apologize, but in that moment, I felt like it was needed. But, can't go back. So anyway, we weren't done cleaning, and we were, still in the process of it. And so anyway, then what happened was she took pictures of it. She showed it on the internet. They all made fun of me. And the tank was green. And all of a sudden there was a picture on live, and everyone's like, do you see this picture? And I'm like, what picture? Your tank is green. I said, what? And so it was, and I was like, there's no way. And I said, okay, well, how did you get the pictures? Obviously you were in my apartment. Now I have a screenshot of the tank being fully cleaned and like whatever. So now can I prove that? No, I cannot prove that. But what I can prove is that she was in there. She took pictures of it. Box for what? Why do you want my box? I don't know who you are. And so, okay, anyway. So then Aaron found who was going to take the bearded dragon. Okay? And this is all in my book. Most of it is. And then got the bearded dragon. And then Aaron's cousin took the bearded dragon. Then Aaron's cousin said, you have until the end of the year, or the first, New Year's, the beginning of the year or whatever. And otherwise I'm going to have to sell him. I'm like, okay, fine, deal. So I remember Anthony and Aaron went back to that home, that apartment, got the cage, got everything ready. Anthony had a thing in the lighter port to keep him warm. Drove him to Aaron's cousin's home, dropped off the bearded dragon. And then he went back to the place. He saw the maintenance guy at the apartment complex. He said, can you take my fish? And he said, yes. He said, leave it here and I will take it. I'm like, okay, thank you. So then I got my animals figured out. And we were in the hotel. That's where the birthday happened with my son. Me and Anthony were staying up all night, decorating my son, the Paw Patrol, all of that stuff. My mom came into town. We went to Woodfield. We went to Cheesecake Factory for my son's birthday. And all of this, I was live streaming, okay? And all this time, I was dealing with CPS, law enforcement, doing drug tests, hair follicle test, and all negative, of course. But my mom, nobody gives a fuck. Anyway, so yeah. The apartment manager is live. Of course she is. Oh my God. Whatever. Anyway. Good to you. I don't know. We're listening. Okay, where was I? Okay, so my mom, I remember we had an open investigation because of all this bullies and all this hate. And so I'm like, Mom, they want me and Aaron to do a drug test. And my mom goes, what? I'm like, yeah. My mom goes, give me the supervisor's phone number now. And I said, oh boy. Here you go, Mom. So my mom goes, hi, this is blank, blank, blank. I'm Gabrielle's grandmother. I have raised her since she was a baby. I have 5 kids. I raised her and her twin sister. I have 14 grandchildren. I came down here. I live in Florida, but I came down here to spend time with my grandson's birthday. And you guys want to do a drug test because of the internet bullies. I said, unacceptable. This is not okay. I would have known if actually my daughter or granddaughter would be doing this, and this is clearly harassment. She is not going to do a drug test. This is a time where we're going to celebrate my grandson's birthday. And so the supervisor said, okay. And so we didn't have to do it. I was like, Mama Bear at its finest. She was pissed. Anyway, so then it got dropped, obviously. And then what happened next? It was a good time. I was on live. We were dancing, singing. I mean, it wasn't bad, except for the haters. And then, what happened next? It's in my book. I forgot. Gotta love the Mama Bear. They were trying to trap you and use it against you. Yeah. They don't sound real or mean. They don't say it. Anyway, that don't sound real or mean. Don't just say. No, he did. No, he did. He did. I promise you that. Promise you. Ask Aaron. Oh, her? What happened to you and your health yesterday? What? Wait, what do you mean health yesterday? I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. Who's the manager? Oh, she got fired after Aaron called her supervisor. Her name? Mandy? I don't know. I don't remember. And all of this happened November. We got evicted in November 2024. And Cam's birthday is on December 8th. And so we got a Christmas tree at that last hotel. And then the police showed up again for a wellness check. They were trying to track our every move. They called the hotel, spread lies. What else? I remember going to Walmart that one day Allie Ray was involved. She called I guess she knew somebody in Chicago and where I was. So somebody knew what Walmart I was going to. And they, what happened? She was on live talking about it, saying, I can't remember what she said. But she was stalking me. If you plan on selling this diamond art, let me know. I will get it. Yeah, whoever wants it. And then what else happened? Oh yeah, my mom said, because we were gonna go and spend, the holidays with my mom in Florida. That was the plan from, back in the last apartment while we were getting evicted. And so we were getting ready to go on. Oh yeah, Danny was involved, and Danny was sick, and she went to the ER, but then Aaron was sick, I guess, and he went to the ER, and I went to the ER. I think Anthony stayed with Cam at the hotel, and I was like going back and forth. Danny was in one room, Aaron was in another room. Aaron was on a breathing treatment for something, and Danny, I don't remember what Danny was there for. And then I just felt like one of the movie Bride, whatever, when they're in labor, mother, what is that called? Bride, something, where they're going, the dad's going back and forth with the two moms. So I felt like that, and Father of the Bride, yeah, that's how I felt, going back to Danny, and then go back to Aaron. And then Anthony was, because we had to leave the next day to get onto the flight to go to my mom's in Florida. And so Anthony was there packing everything and helping us as much as he could. And then I came home. Cameron had an ear infection. I had to take him to a doctor's office. He got on antibiotics. We all went to bed. I packed all of it, got everything ready. And then Aaron had to do something with his car that morning. Then Anthony and Aaron started taking everything out to the cars. I was getting Cam. I called my mom that day, and I said, "Hey Mom, we're coming." And I'm like, say hi to Mimi, Cam. I was on live, and all my supporters were like, "Gabi, you're gonna be late. Get going." Or what happened? Or I was panicking because I'm like, we gotta go. Like Aaron, you better get your ass here now. We are gonna be late. Okay, I was freaking out. Okay. And so, oh my God, that was the best live. Yeah, I know, it was crazy. And so I'm like panicking, and they're like watching me, and I'm just like, I wish all of you guys just went through the fucking phone and just like, okay, Gabby, I'm here, I got you. But no, I'm kidding. Okay, so we got everything, and I took Cam, and I'm like, okay, we gotta go. So I go out, you know, to go in the car. Anthony, we were going with Anthony, Anthony's car. So we're driving to the airport. We got everything in the car. You know, we got the iPad charged, phones, whatever. All of a sudden, I hear Anthony say, "Uh-oh." I was like, "What's that?" And a tire went flat. I'm like, no fucking way. I was like, not now. We have to get to the fucking airport. I was freaking out. So Aaron had to call an Uber to get us to the airport so we would make it on time. And so Anthony goes, it's okay. You guys go. I'll stay here. So we transferred everything to Anthony's car, to the Uber's car, got Cameron situated. I was freaking out. Then we were on the way to the airport. You know, we got there. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, where is Cam's iPad? And I'm like texting Anthony, do you have his iPad? And Anthony goes, yes, I do. I'm like, rush here now. So Anthony rushed to the airport. We were trying to get going with, you know, checking in, getting our tickets, getting everything ready. And I'm like, Aaron, go. I'm like, I'll take care of Cam. I will do this. You go get Anthony and you go find him and get that iPad. Okay. So we finally got the iPad. I'm like, okay, great. And so then what happened was, okay. And then what happened was, we got onto the flight. It was really rough, not gonna lie. Cameron bit me on the cheek. I forgave him on that one. It was okay. It was rough. I'm not gonna lie. It was rough. It was rough. Aaron and I just kept taking turns. He finally fell asleep. It was a lot. And then we got to Florida. And then, and then we get to Florida, and then Cameron, I knew Cameron remembered, my mom's house from, when we lived with her in, Florida, and he just remembered everything, like where my son was like obsessed with shoes. So he would, he went straight to my mom's closet and got shoes, of course. And he felt like I just knew that he knew what it was and that he remembered. And he was so happy. And then we were there celebrating. I was still trying to figure out what we were going to do, where we were going to go back to the hotel in Illinois. I didn't have a job. Aaron didn't. So then we met Karen, and we went to Lakes Park and we took a picture. I even had a boot. I forgot about the boot situation. Whoopsies. And so I took a picture with them, and Karen gave Cam a birthday present. It was a fire truck. And then, she was like telling everybody, oh, Gabby's amazing. I saw her in person. And Karen was following me for a long time. But now we're just not. And that's a different story that I don't really want to take. And so anyway, Danny, do your own shit. And so anyway, so then I was texting, David, who had the bearded dragon, and said, hey, how is he doing? And he's like, good. I'm like, I don't know if we're going to be able to, find a place so he can keep the bearded dragon. But I said, if you do have to sell him, please, please, please do a background check. Anyway, long story short, who do you think? Who got the bearded dragon? Anybody want to take a guess who got the bearded dragon? Nope, not Danny. Mm-mm. The landlord, the leasing agent. Mm-hmm. And Aaron's cousin knew way. I was crying. I was hurt. Anyway, so that happened. Oh yeah. So now she has it. She still has him. Anyway, so, me, I'm like, Aaron, Karen had a landlord that she was renting, and she was like, hey, let me talk to him, and let me see if I can help you guys. I said, okay, thank you. And so she is the one that got us this place. And I told Aaron to apply. I said, just apply for jobs. He actually got a job on Amazon. And we were there for a couple days, okay? Not a week maybe at most. And I remember that Aaron got an interview on Amazon, and the next day he got the job. Okay, so I'm like, God is working. Like, this is his plan. And all of this that was going on. I just had faith in my God. And I said, God, lead me into where you want me to go. And I just kept telling Aaron to have faith. I said, I know it's very dark right now. I know we are lost and we don't know what we're going to do. But I just kept telling him to have faith. And God has a plan. I don't know what it is, but he does. And I said, you got a job at Amazon, and this is God's working. This is God's doing. And so then I talked to Karen's landlord and explained the situation, that my credit's not good, that my mom would, be on the lease, for almost a year. And now she's not on the lease anymore because we've been doing good with rent. And then we paid to, move in. We got the apartment. We got the place. And then we had to stay with Karen for a few days. And then, which that was nice. She opened her house for us. And then we moved in January 1st or something, 2025. And then I was so happy. I cried because my son finally had a home. He had his own bedroom. And it was this place, and he was so happy when he saw it. He had the biggest smile on his heart. And then guess what? The first day we move into here, CPS. My mom was here, Karen was here, and I said, for what? I go to the door and I say, yes. We got to drug test you. and Aaron, and we got told that you are running away from the state. That you had a CPS case in Illinois, which I didn't, and I forgot to tell you this. So, back in Illinois, I had the supervisor write me an email stating that I could go to my mom for Florida. And I showed the haters what DCFS wrote so I could go to Florida so they wouldn't do this to me. So I had the letter and I showed the DCFS worker. I said, here's the letter. You're more than welcome to call on Illinois and verify it with them. No problem. And he goes, okay, I'll do that. I'm like, great, awesome. And I took a drug test. Aaron took a drug test. And that's where it all started. And now, and it is what it is. But for the last year and a half, we had over 70, a total of 120 cases within 1 year with CPS in Illinois. There was 50 here and 80 something in Illinois. I kid you not. Because last year we were up to 40 already. And there's been plenty more. Yeah. And so it was just happening nonstop, you guys. Nonstop. It was like weekly. CPS was at my door. Law enforcement was at my door. Yeah, I was on live. I told all of my supporters know everything, okay? It's insane. What I have been through is insane. Insane. But it is what it is, right? I have a story, and I'm here to share it. So, that's pretty much it. We got Coco, Illinois. I forgot. There's parts that when you read my book, maybe if I left out, but, is this app worth everything? I've said it multiple times. I mean, you can look at my videos. I posted about why I'm doing what I'm doing. So. But here's the thing, right? If I do go off the app and I go silent, you know what they're going to say? And a lot of you guys are like, who cares? But in reality, when you have been cyberbullied and cyberstalked, you feel the need to stay on because you want to defend yourself. It follows you everywhere. They hired a PI. I even took breaks with social media. There's people following me off and on the app. So even if I get off the app, it's still not good. Unless I literally move out of state and I just drop everything and I don't say a word. That's what's gonna help here. And that's what. It doesn't matter if I'm off. Everyone knows where I am. They have people watching me. I feel safer on live because, here's why, listen to this. If I'm off the app, they're going to wonder where I am. And they hired a PI. And so it's scary. It's very scary. But I'm also speaking about what can happen to you on social media with these kind of people. And spread online safety and tell my story and share my testimony and basically not back down. Because, I don't know how I do. It's God. God has given me the strength to handle this. And I've made mistakes, and, especially with being a mom, and I've apologized to the public, and I've said I'm sorry, and I'm doing better, and I got the help that I needed, and I'm on medication. And, but we're human. We make fucking mistakes. I'm not perfect, but I did take accountability for a lot. Not that, and it's stuff that little things here and there and with C and, as long as you can do better and whatever, then fine. Whatever. Danny wants you, I'm busy. Anyway, so, these people just want to scare them. They go after you so hard that they basically push you off the internet. Well, they picked the wrong girl because I'm not doing that. I think right now is because of all of this going on, there's so much pain and so much hurt that these people have done to me. And so now I'm just like, okay, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Because so I want closure, basically. You did everything they asked. It's time to move on, haters. Danny wants me in her box. I really hope that helps a lot of you guys understand what is happening here. And also that's in my book, and there's more in my book that what the haters have done to me. So that I did not talk about. But Danny for what? When I got off the app and I took a break, they hired a PI to follow me. I'm eating, obsessed, go talk to Danny. Danny wants to talk. Then tell her to request me. I gotta go soon anyway. Then tell her to request me. She said that you're not in trouble. Oh God, she scares me. You know, she could be a police officer. I swear to God, she really could be. I'm serious. Do you see her tackle me sometimes? She can pin me down and put my hand behind my back. Gee, she wants to talk. She's upset. Please go. Tell her to request me. She blocked me. Just tell her to request me. Boop, 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 beep, beep, boop. Alpha cooking something? I don't know. I think it's Alpha gone cooking. Have her request you in here. TikTok is not important. You're right, but you're missing the point here, you guys. You're missing the point. Is that if I'm off the app, which I have done before, you guys don't get it. It's okay. I don't expect you to get it. It's hard to understand. It really is. It's difficult. The only way I'm going to be safe, honestly, I'm telling the truth, is if I move out of state and don't say a word and just disappear. That's honestly the thing that I would have to do to make this all go away. I'd never go back on TikTok and wipe myself away. So, and also, I'm also standing up because you're allowed to be on here. Well, so am I. So, what is, Danny has not requested me yet. She has not requested me. Let me try add her. Where is my iPad? It's not about that. It's about your... Yeah, she didn't request her. No, she didn't. She still hasn't done that. All right. What's her username? Alpha something? Alpha gone cooking. It's cold in here. I gotta leave soon. Hold on a second. Let's see. Nope, she blocked me. No, I don't know. She's gonna have to unblock me. What? Alpha gone wild. Alpha gone wild 1. She's off.
So the cat bit you, and basically
How many followers does she have? Yeah, kick my ass. Who's that? Is that Danny?
The video I just...
I don't know what's going on. She's off. She said you blocked her. I did?
So the cat bit you. So the cat bit you.
Users names. Users.
All of you guys like call 911. Call. All of you.
Users. How many followers does she have? How many followers does she have? 600? Yeah, no, then this is not her. Is it Alpha Gone Wild 4? How many accounts does she have? 22K. That's 2,000. This is 2,000. This is 600. 4 followers. 873. I don't know. This is what I have. That's her. Just looked and she's not on. No, I know she's not on, but I don't know. Thought you were going, yeah, 22K. It's none of those. Then she's blocked. Then I'm blocked. I don't know. Can't find her. He probably blocked me or something. Anyway, she was upset about what you said. What did I say about her last night? People were saying you mentioned her. Did I? I don't remember I did that. Oh, her dad. Her dad. Yeah, okay, yeah. My dad. Well, it's true. And she's the one that put that on first. Yes, it's true. Okay. Well, she said it was true. What? She said it was true about what I said about my biological dad? Okay. Okay, and she has the right to talk about me and my family and spread lies and hate because she doesn't. Okay, let's talk about that, shall we? Come on. Come on, people. Let's not fall for this bullshit again. But it's okay when she does it because it's drama, right? But God forbid. Literally months, yeah. You know what she said? She told me that she was over here, okay, a couple days ago. She was. And it was good to see her. And we were talking. And I said, why don't you spend the night? And then I said, why don't we sing again? And I begged her. And I said, please, Danny, And so, what's up? So, Danny was like, I'm sorry, Gabby. But she said, I don't want to be around you because of all the hate. And so that's when my brain clicked. And I said, you just want to be liked. And you just want to fit in and not be a part of the hate anymore. I'm like, Danny, what our followers, your followers, my followers, what was the one thing that they followed us for? It was you and me doing what we did the best. And I said, why don't we give them that back? And I just said, please. And then she called Angela. And I'm like, so you're going to listen to her? Okay. All right, Danny. And then she goes, I got to go. I'm like, what do you mean you got to go? I'm like, you're going to listen to her? I was like, okay, Danny. I'm like, what's up? Yeah, they're going to call me. I mean, it's sad, but what am I going to do? Can't force her. You know, I would love to sing with her. I enjoyed your lives and story times. Thank you. I remember when she was there, you wanted to sing, and she was like, I'm leaving. But I get it. You know, I get it. I get it. Because I want to be liked too. I'm a people pleaser. But, you know, I choose to stand up alone, know my truth. I'm just going to like, I'm not going to be like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to like love all you haters again. And we're going to be best friends. And just please like me. And no. No. I'm good. She doesn't want to sing. She wants you to tell the truth and get right with yourself. To tell the truth about what? About what? Tell the truth about what? I'm not late for my lawyer. Thank you very much. I'll look at Facebook later. Yeah, it's 12:30. They're gonna call. She said you offered her. Oh my God, Danny. Well, I guess believe what you want to believe. You're not going to believe me if I told you the truth, so it's whatever. It is what it is at this point. And then you can believe Danny. Tell her to show evidence. We have cameras. Let's pull the footage. We have cameras in all. We have over 8 cameras inside and outside of the house. Tell me I don't have it on, I don't have proof. I already have proof. Everything in my house is recorded. So, another lie, slander my name, and tell the whole world like that. I don't want to talk about it. What you doing, Coco? Come here. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Say hello. Hi, baby. This is my dog, Coco. It's okay. She misses him. Anything fun planned for this weekend? No? What? Oh, no. I want to go to the beach. She's beautiful. Thank you. What you doing? We rescued her. She's also in my book. Hi. Hello. Oh, I love you. Oh, you make me so happy some days. She looks hungry. I love you. I love you. Yes, I do. I love you. Aw, she knows her mama needs all the love. She is so sweet. I know. She gives the best hugs whenever, like, I'm just, like, in the dumps. Like, she would be such a good service dog. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Very gentle. Okay. Okay. No, she is obsessed with me. You haven't. Danielle is live. She is. She is a lover. Danny. She's saying please. What? She's a lover, not a fighter. I have to leave soon. I have a phone call. I do. She's a big old baby. She is. She's so cute. What's up with your little ear? She's wagging her tail. You're kind of squishing me. What are you doing? Coco. Go add Danny. I gotta. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I love you, but. I don't know. She needs to unblock me. Hey, did you get her dog food? Yeah. We have dog food. I thought she was going to. Who says that? She's gonna go sleep on you, probably. I have a dachshund. That was a wild ear that stands above. Oh, like she, like her.
With the one ear, hello, how you doing? To the babies? You're caught. Gotta get that ear up. It just will be straight up.
That pop. Show her bowl so they shut up. It's so annoying. You mean the food? Like the basket that we have food? Oh yeah, they even called animal control on Coco and Sonic. Twice. What am I doing today, Gabby? I have a phone call. But cuz hopefully they call me. I'm nervous. These people doing all of this are ugly.